Hi friends, Miss Antine here going over Module 6 on the foundations of multiplication and division. This is the goal of the week. I would like you to repeat the sentence after me. I can use math drawings to compose a rectangle with square tiles. I can use square tiles to decompose a rectangle. Here we have 10 tiles in 2 equal groups. There are 2 equal rows with no space in between. How many rows did you make? We made 2 rows. How many tiles are in each row? There are 5 tiles in each row. What repeated addition sentence can we use to find the total? What do you notice about the shape? That's right, it is a rectangle. With the same tiles, let's make 2 columns of 5. Leave no space in between the columns, as you see here. What repeated addition sentence can we use to find the total? Are the equations and totals equal for both arrays? Yes. 2 columns of 5 is 10. 2 rows of 5 is also 10. Now put 15 tiles into 3 equal groups. Make a rectangle with 3 equal rows. Then make a rectangle with 3 columns of 5. Now your turn to practice. Can you make a square array with 25 tiles? Try it. Remember, the rows and columns should be equal. When you are done, take a picture and send it to your class dojo portfolio. How many rows do you see? There is 1 row. How many tiles in each row? There are 10 tiles. Did I make a rectangle? Yes, it's a long, skinny rectangle. Tell me about its rows and columns. There is 1 row, but there are 10 columns. 1 row of 10 tiles equals 10, or 10 columns of 1 tile equals 10. How can we arrange the tiles in a different way to form another rectangle? Like this. Now, how many rows do you see? There are 2 rows. How many tiles in each row? There are 5 tiles in each row. How many columns do you see? There are 5 columns. How many tiles in each column? There are 2 tiles in each column. What repeated addition equation can we use to find the total? We can use 5 plus 5, which makes 10, or 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which also makes 10. Now let's make a row of 14 tiles. Then rearrange them to make another array and write an equation under your rectangle. Now we are going to learn how to decompose a rectangle. Here we have constructed a rectangle with 4 rows of 5. How many tiles? And how do we know? Well, if there are 4 rows of 5, I can count by 5 to find the total. 5, 10, 15, 20. How can we decompose this rectangle into 2 equal parts? Here I used a ruler to break the rectangle into 2 equal parts. Now I can see that I have 2 rows of 5 on one side and 2 rows of 5 on the other. Use tiles to construct a rectangle with 6 columns of 2. How many tiles are there, and how do you know? How can we decompose this rectangle into 2 equal parts? We can break the rectangle into 2 equal parts, and then we will see that there are 3 columns of 2 on one side and 3 columns of 2 on another side. Step 1. I've already constructed a rectangle with 5 rows of 2. Step 2. Separate 2 rows of 2. Step 3. Write a number bond to show the whole and 2 parts, and write a repeated addition sentence to match each part of the number bond. As you can see, on one side I have 3 rows of 2, and on the other I have 2 rows of 2. 3 rows of 2 and 2 rows of 2 make 5 rows of 2. Your turn to practice. On a piece of paper, use 5 tiles to construct a rectangle with 5 rows. How many tiles are in each row? There should be 5 in each row. Write the repeated addition sentence. What is the total? Now, let's take away a row. What is the new total, and how do you know? Now let's remove 1 column. How many tiles do you have now, and how do you know? Take a picture and send it to your class Dojo portfolio. Now make a row of 16 tiles. Rearrange them to make another array and write an equation under your rectangle. Let's try something different. Draw 1 more column of 2 to make a new array. Then write a repeated addition equation for the new array. 5. Draw 1 more row of 4, and then 1 more column to make a new array. Write a repeated addition equation for the new array. Draw 1 more row and then 2 more columns to make a new array. Then write a repeated addition equation for the new array. That is all. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson. Have a great day.